where the next billionaires will be rich. Comics and crypto.
The following episode of the Comics and Crypto podcast is for informational purposes only, and anything expressed by the hosts or their guests is solely their opinion. This podcast does not constitute financial advice, and anyone wishing to invest should seek their own independent financial or professional help. Have fun and enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Hare, and I know comics.
Hi, I'm Spencer Vogel, and I know crypto.
Hi, I'm Kevin Lee Loader, and I don't know shit. This is the Comics and Crypto podcast.
Comics and crypto, crypto and comics, collector's world in a digital age. Comics and crypto, crypto and comics, it's where the next billionaires will be rich. Comics and crypto.
Hello, and welcome back to the Comics and Crypto podcast. Today, we will be talking about a few new NFT drops from this past week, as well as recapping our time at DesignerCon 2021 and finally meeting the VeVe team in person. Well, this has been a super fun week. Wow. So I don't know if you all remember, but the Disney drops happened this week.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I think Spencer, do you remember?
After the weekend I just had in Miami, I don't think I do.
How was your week in Miami, by the way?
It was a time. I got very little sleep, but it was an excellent time. Went down with a great group of people. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Where did you stay in Florida?
Yeah, we were in South Beach, Miami.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
We went to the beach, played some beach volleyball, which I haven't done in a while. That was super fun. I went way too hard. I was really diving for the balls. Yeah, scraped up my legs. I was
Oh, no.
a few too many White Claws on the beach. I got overexcited.
It's always the White Claws.
And in between all that, were you doing the drops?
No.
Oh, no.
Did not have time for those.
Just so y'all know, Spencer's a marketplace kind of guy.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been getting any of the drops anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I had any luck on
Oh,
the actual
man.
drops, then I wouldn't have to go to the marketplace. But
As you know, Kevin and I went to DesignerCon. Between that and the Disney drops, man, it was just like one insane week. It felt like 2 months.
It literally
Just
did.
in one.
really, yeah.
There was a great meme that Kevin sent to me. I need a day between every day to recover from the day before and prepare for the day coming.
Yep. Nothing truer has ever been written. So, Spencer, what's new in crypto?
So some updates on the Hot Wheels drop, which I talked about a couple episodes ago. So the Hot Wheels drop happened today on Wax, and it completely sold out very, very quickly, as was expected. Mattel is a huge toy brand, and Wax has shown a lot of prowess in their ability to bring in these major toy brands. And yeah, they just done some really cool drops, and yeah, they did the VIRL drops for these. So I'm excited to grab some of these on the secondary market. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to participate in the drop today. I wasn't around, but I took a look at the market prices. Seeing around $300 for the floor price for the VIRL Hot Wheels. So these are the Hot Wheels that you'll be able to exchange the NFTs for the actual physical ones. So I'm looking to pick up a few of those, waiting for prices to drop though. I'm expecting them to fall below 300. Yeah, they just listed, just a couple hours ago. So at least at the time of recording, expect them to drop a bit if you're looking to pick some of those up. In general, Wax has been on an absolute rip. The price of Wax has almost tripled in the past 30 days alone. It is currently trading at around 80 cents. In my opinion, it still has a ton of room to grow. The all-time high price was $2.77 back in 2018. So I think it's not inconceivable that we'll see Wax be trading around $2 by the end of the year. So
Oh, wow.
that is my price prediction.
I can't wait for that.
But
Thank
not
God I
financial
held on
advice.
to my Wax.
Yeah, I sold all my wax.
Hey, but you sold it for Omi, so
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
did. I dipped into Omi.
But I still have my Wax.
And it's something else really cool that's going on in crypto, unrelated to NFTs, but I just think this is super significant. So it is called the Constitution DAO, and DAO is DAO, which stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So it is the Constitution DAO, and what they're doing is they're basically pooling a bunch of money in order to purchase one of the original copies of the Constitution. So for the first time in 33 years, one of the 13 surviving copies of the official edition of the U.S. Constitution is being publicly auctioned by Sotheby's. So yeah, it's one of two copies that are still owned by private collectors, and the proceeds of the sale will go to charity. But essentially, it's going to cost around $20 million at least for people to be able to buy this on auction. So far, $5.7 million have already been raised in just the past 2 days for people pulling their money together to be able to buy this. So for those of you that don't know, a DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization, is basically a way of organizing different people in a trustless manner. So this organization will basically decide on the fate of this constitution. So people are able to use it to pool their money, and then you receive, they're calling them people tokens. And these people tokens will, basically they're the governance token that allows you to make decisions on what happens. So the token holders will vote on, for example, what museum the U.S. Constitution copy will eventually make its way into, or potentially vote on future U.S. constitutional artifacts or things like that that they may want to invest in. So yeah, it's super cool. I'm excited for it. I'm planning on investing in it. I don't know if it's necessarily something that is going to be lucrative, but I just personally just want to own a piece of the U.S. Constitution because I just think it's super cool.
So that's the incentive for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are people that are looking to make money, but I wouldn't go into it with the expectation of making money. You know, this is something that belongs in a museum. It's not really an investment piece. Exactly.
It belongs in a museum. That was Indiana Jones.
Perfect. There's flawless.
That was Indiana Jones.
Nothing about that was All right, gentlemen, how did everyone do on the Disney drops?
I did shit. Nah, I got one.
What'd you get?
I got C-3PO.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm pumped about. I'm very, very pumped about it, but it was the only drop I got all week, which meant that I spent a lot of money in the secondary market. Luckily, a lot less than what things are currently worth right now. You know, like Sean said, the prices really, really dipped. Most things that I purchased, I was able to buy, and I think they're looking at least, 2-3x from where I bought them. So very happy with where I bought them, but, obviously would have been a lot nicer to be able to get them for $60 on the drop.
I actually did pretty good. I actually got one of each,
Nice.
except for who did I get? Oh, I didn't get R2D2, and I didn't get. No, wait, I got R2D2. I didn't get C-3PO, and I didn't get the Walt Disney.
Yeah.
But after that, yeah, I got everything else. It was crazy. I was able to complete my set, which is really, really awesome. That was a goal for me. I didn't think that was going to be possible. I didn't think that I was going to be able to do that.
I got lucky, man. I got something on every drop. I got
Dude.
Ollie. I
incredible,
got
man.
Homer's and Bard. I got Elsa. I got everything on every drop. So except for Walt.
So what are you missing right now from your collection?
R2D2, Walt, and the skateboard.
Gotcha. Nice. Everything else
I have.
Damn, that's
none
awesome.
of those
Kev.
other things that you have, you bought on secondary markets.
Nope.
It was pretty wild.
Wow.
I haven't done a secondary market yet, which
It was pretty wild.
Wish I could relate.
yeah.
So I completed the full set, but I, spent a lot more than
Yeah.
Kev did.
Woo.
It was really funny, actually. When we did the Walt statue, we were driving to DesignerCon. It was me, Kev, and our good friend Oscar. A big shout out to Oscar. And we pull over to this gas station, right? Because our hotel had terrible Wi-Fi.
And this gas station, for some reason, was giving us
Dude,
like 200 up and
dude, Oscar's cell phone had like a 600 download speed.
yeah.
On his cell phone service. Unbelievable. It was so crazy. So we pull over this gas station, we pull over in this corner, pop up in the trunk, and we're about to this drop. And I didn't get anything. And I look over at Oscar and I see this screen pop up. And I'm like, oh my God, he got it. He's like, yep, got one. I couldn't believe it. This was Oscar's first ever drop with VeVe.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And he got a Walt statue. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Oscar. I'm so happy for you, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
And then he saw the floor rise, continue to rise. He's like, oh, okay, this is a pretty cool project. But it was really cool because Oscar, he didn't really know much about VeVe. So he got a crash course in the best way. And we've been talking to him months about it. But now he was able to meet the community in person. Yeah, he's all in. He's pumped now. He's super pumped.
So how significant do you think these statues are going to be in the long term?
They were double down on our statement from the video that we released. And
Yeah.
I think these are going to be some of the most significant NFTs ever.
Yeah.
Just like the Spider-Man Secret statue, just like the Marvel Comics one, I think Donnie as well. These are all going to be in a class among their own.
Yeah, these are like very prestigious collectibles. Yeah, these are something that you want to have in your collection.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are questioning, well, there's 4,333 editions. It doesn't matter. Guys, there's 10,000 CryptoPunks.
Yeah.
You know what the floor is right now for CryptoPunks? $500,000. That's the floor price. This is the first appearance of Walt and Mickey on the same statue. This is representing an entire brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's not individual.
Yeah.
And every single one of these statues are first appearances.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of the pricing from this past week, I was really, really surprised at where a lot of these collectibles ended up midweek. Like Sean said, like the Homer and Bart statue, like that was selling initially at, I think like right around floor price when it first opened up. Not that it was possible to actually buy it there. I feel like every single time it entered out, but still. And then, as the week went on, certain collectibles spiked. And then as the next new shiny thing came out the next day, the previous day's collectibles dipped in price. And then especially once the announcement for the Walt statue came out and announced that it was $333, going to be a lot more expensive, then we saw a really big sell-off in a lot of these collectibles and prices really, really dipped.
We called it.
Yeah.
I would proudly say we called the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because now, everything was massively cheap and all across of VeVe. It wasn't just the statues. You looked at all the collectibles, 30% off everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then you saw all the collectibles just shoot back up,
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
skyrocket
immediately.
back up right afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
Do you guys think any of these statues will have like utility?
oh
I
yeah,
hope so.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, definitely, I do. The first thing that they're selling, right, is Disney Plus. That's the first thing they're selling, and I think that's just a tease of for what these can do
Mhm.
or for what these are going to offer. Like I mentioned in the last podcast, I think there's going to be an opportunity where, like the Walt statue, they're going to give like a ticket to Disneyland, like once or twice a year.
That would be really
there might be
cool.
exclusive parties and events for people who own the statues.
Mhm.
I can see that stuff
Really?
happening. Oh yeah. Oh totally.
So
Yeah.
you think that'll happen over the course of the next couple of years?
It's
like, as
possible.
you're owning?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I definitely
interesting.
think they're going to figure out ways to increase the value of these statues.
Hmm.
And that's adding utility. Just like with Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? That if you own one of those NFTs, you can also have access to a lot of parties and events.
Right, but
You're part of a club.
Didn't people purchase it because it already had
Sure.
that utility?
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't change it. I mean, they own the
Okay.
IP. They own the IP. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They can do whatever
That's
they
one of
want
the special
with it,
things
right?
with NFTs. You can always create additional utility for what you got.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they've recently come out with an article. The CEO has talked about that, how they're looking to expand the metaverse and that they're excited to connect the physical and digital world. And Disney Plus is just the start. And it's exciting. It's so exciting. Yeah, I can't imagine what they're coming up with behind the curtains.
All right. So do you guys feel like there's any concerns about Disney creating their own metaverse?
no, not really.
Yeah?
No, I
No.
don't think so. I mean, at this
Yeah.
point, VeVe has proven they are an effective distribution platform for NFTs, and specifically for Disney and Marvel NFTs. VeVe has helped make Disney so much money just over the past few months. I don't really have any concerns there. I don't know if Disney's necessarily going to create their own metaverse or if they're just going to be involved in the VeVe-verse, and they just haven't really announced that aspect of it yet.
Gotcha.
I think they just, for their brand, it's good for them to be talking about this,
Mhm.
but they're just not ready to announce the partnership yet with VeVe.
Right. I mean, yeah, because the VeVe-verse is a metaverse. That's basically
Exactly.
what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So
And
Yeah.
I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe I've heard in past AMAs that there's going to be a VeVe city, a DC city, and a Marvel city in the metaverse, in the VeVe-verse. Now, I know they're talking about that, but like Spencer said, I totally agree. It's about their brand. They're just letting everyone know, hey, we're getting involved in this. This is
Yeah.
happening. It's happening. Now, it wouldn't make any sense to me, them handing over their entire IP to VeVe and then making their own platform.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to me. They're crushing it. They're doing amazing things. And I think that it'd be smarter just to keep it under one umbrella. And also being associated with all these other brands is just going to drive more people to the platform.
Exactly.
So it doesn't make sense to me that they would do something on their own. Also,
Yeah.
this is still a space that they're not familiar with.
It's true.
yeah, I was about to say this is technically an early announcement. They're basically just reacting to Facebook being announced like, oh, we're becoming meta and we're doing a metaverse thing. Disney probably just had been like, all right, we have to say something about this,
Yeah.
and kept it a little vague just to be like, yeah, this is the future plan.
Yeah. And it's
Mhm.
super vague. You know, it's super, the headlines are super vague, but we all know what's going on.
Yeah,
We all
exactly.
know what's being planned and developed. And I am curious though. I don't know if VeVe is going to actually call it the VeVe-verse. I wonder if that's a working title right now,
Mhm.
because I can see them making a uniform brand title that's
Right.
that combines both, right?
That'd be
So
interesting.
yeah, I would be more shocked if they actually have a VeVe-verse compared to having another brand name
Right.
underneath.
Mhm.
Does that make sense,
Yeah.
guys? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, although I will say, in terms of like a design, VeVe-verse does kind of blend very well.
Yeah,
But yeah, because technically it's a Comey that is the
Right.
main company. VeVe is just the app, correct? Or am I wrong on that?
No, you're
Well,
right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's where all the NFTs live. So I mean,
Right,
I think it would make sense because a key component of the metaverse or the VeVe-verse, whatever they're going to call it, is going to be land ownership and NFT land ownership. So
Right.
they're going to be selling land and land plots in this map, which the VeVe-verse is basically going to be the entire world, whatever they end up calling it. And then within that entire world, you're going to have different cities, almost like Marvel City, Disney City, DC City. Land in those cities will be extremely valuable. I don't know if those lands will be specifically reserved for those brands. I assume they probably will be similar to how they reserve collectibles for the licensors. I assume they'll probably reserve a certain, square footage area for Marvel or for DC to, kind of stake their claim and build whatever they
Right.
need to, which means that people who owned land directly surrounding those cities, almost like the suburbs of DC City, will probably end up being very, very valuable.
that's exactly how I
Yeah.
imagined it too. There could be certain plots within the city, possibly,
Yeah.
but those will be very scarce, I think.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to come by.
That's the thing is like owning land That'll be huge.
It's going to be massively valuable. Like it's because I think they're planning for springtime. That's when things are going to be released. Yeah, they're saying that the metaverse is going to be probably good to go by spring, which sounds
incredible.
insanely ambitious. But
that's a quick turnaround.
Yeah. I think I would anticipate that it's probably summertime.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, as always, it's all about quality for them. So if it's delayed, it's delayed. It is what it is, guys. Be patient because the payoff is going to be huge.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some incredible drops happening between now and then. But the thing that I am most excited for going forward in VeVe is land.
So how did our rankings do?
We actually were spot on with our rankings. I'm actually really impressed. Really impressed. Pixar came in last at a floor price of about $984 total. So this is a combination of both collectibles, the sets between the two. The Simpsons, about a 1.2K floor. Then Marvel came in at about a 1.2K floor. Star Wars came in at a 2.4K floor. And then Disney came in at a 2.6K floor. And then Walt Disney came in, is settled at about a 6.5K floor. And the only ones that were wrong on was Disney and Star Wars. And it's super close. And we all agreed. We all talked about how close that would be.
Yeah.
And I think
I thought that was going to be like a tie for second anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, but outside of that, we were spot on, guys.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
we were. I'm actually really. Yeah. We were right about the entire week, pretty much.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the reason why Disney kind of took over for Star Wars was because of the hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that was probably the biggest surprise by far of the week was how much that hat shot up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Massive. But can you imagine? As in just hypothetically, Kevin, please don't turn red again. But can you imagine how fucking baller that is going to be walking around with a golden hat and the metaverse? Like that's going to be huge.
Yeah. If they ever do that,
if it does happen, which it will. I mean,
no, if it happens, hey, if it never happens.
But yeah, I'm just saying hypothetically, if they're like, you can wear the hat. Oh, dude, going to parties and events, that's going to be sick. And and again, now that I just realized we were talking about utility earlier. They might not be available in the physical world, but in the digital world, in this metaverse, there's definitely going to be utility for ownership. Like there will be parties, events, things like that happening in the metaverse if you own this stuff.
And I think a lot of this stuff will also be like community planned stuff, not necessarily just like VeVe or Marvel planning these things.
Oh yeah. Like the stuff like that's happening right now. Like Spencer, you and I, we're all in group chats.
There's a few different group chats based on if you own certain secret rare comics or if you own like the big three, comic book collectibles.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So definitely with the community, that's a very good point, Spencer.
I mean, for example, in the HT3 group, which is if you own one of either, I think it's the Spider-Man or Superman or McFarlane Batman, I think one of the creators of the group actually he owns a spa in LA. And basically offered if you own, I think it's the secret rare Spider-Man, then he's offering 30% off at the spa if you can prove ownership of that collectible.
Oh, wow.
So, I think we're going to see more and more things in the community, things similar to that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Wow. Stuff like that's really cool.
That's awesome. Huge. That's huge. Yeah.
Which means we should book an appointment when we're in LA for Comic-Con.
Turned up.
Is it only for secret rare Spider-Mans?
I believe that's what he said. Yeah.
God damn it.
Don't worry, Kevin. We'll take photos.
I have to pay full price.
You'll live vicariously through you. I was so happy that we were able to get a Walt statue. And like just as a fan and investor, anything I'll make in my entire life that'll be more sentimental on both sides than the Walt Disney Mickey Mouse statue. It was really cool. Kevin and I and Oscar went to Disneyland. We didn't actually go inside Disneyland, but we went outside and took photos with the Walt statue. And just hardcore nerded out. Yeah. And then we just screwed around in downtown Disney for a little bit too. Yeah. That was really fun.
Taking photos with your Disney collectibles.
I was out there skipping around and stuff.
got our churros in.
They got our churros in. That was great. Oh, really cool story, guys. I gotta talk about this. This is a really cool story about the Walt Disney statue. So our good friends of the podcast, Kallee and Nate, big shout out to Kallee and Nate.
Woo.
They contacted me because I do escrow for the VeVe Collectibles Facebook group page. And they contacted me and said, hey, that we found somebody that has a 1901 Walt statue. And we posted about this significant mint numbers that will have most likely massive value long term. And one of the most important numbers to us is 1901 because that's the year Walt Disney was born. This kid posted on Instagram that he had a 1901. And they contacted me about it. I said, hey, I think we're going to purchase this from this guy. Can you help escrow? And I said, yeah, no problem. he's not involved in the Facebook group pages. So I sent him links to our podcast and videos we've done with the community. And I was on the phone with him for about an hour doing escrow. Again, I can't emphasize enough how amazing Nate and Kallee are. The floor price at the time was around $3,000 for a Walt statue. And they could have came to him and said, look, we'll give you 5. We'll give you double, 6,000 for the Walt statue. But they were honest with him. They were honest with him, the value of where it could go and the value of what it could sell for right now and how significant his NFT was. And they agreed and negotiated to about $20,000.
Wow.
So I'm on the phone with him, helping him with escrow. He was so excited. He's like, he's a younger guy. He's like, I'm going to get a pound of weed, man, and celebrate. I'm like, I told him, I said, look, man, I'm so happy for you. You go celebrate. You do what you got to do tonight to have a good time because you need to celebrate the sale. But be smart with your money. I know this is a lot of money to you, man, but you got to be smart about it. And there's a lot of great investments you can make right now in this space. And we talked about our top picks for our collectibles, how important it was to get involved with Omi. And we'll see. I hope he took it to heart.
Yeah.
But we had a long conversation and I hope he remembered it because he will reap the benefits if he did. But that's the perfect example of HODL or celebrate.
Yeah.
HODL or celebrate. Having that NFT in my account at one point was seriously, I had screenshots. I'm like, this is surreal because this belongs to a museum. Most importantly, this speaks to the volume of the community. Big shout out to Nate and Kallee, man, for being honest and upfront. And that also solidifies the integrity of this NFT.
Yeah.
Like how beautiful is that?
Yeah.
They got it at an honest, fair price. Everyone was happy with the end sale. And that is so special.
All right, guys. So I wasn't able to join you guys in DesignerCon this weekend. So I really want to hear about your experience. Who in the VeVe community did you get to meet this weekend?
It was exciting. Yeah, we met a lot of people in the community, including Wendy and Taps and Randy and Omi Homies from Twitter. Amazing couple. And Traps Willington. Yep, his traps are as big in person as they are on Twitter. And it's super funny because him and Taps look very similar.
Oh,
They actually tweeted about that. Yeah, Taps and Traps. And it's so funny because they do look a lot alike.
Yeah, they do.
But two of the super nicest guys. Like, two of the nicest guys. They are so awesome.
Yeah, wonderful people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is so incredible.
Yeah, we also met some of the leaders there. Reese, Trevor, who is super tall, took everyone by surprise.
Yeah.
Alex, Noah, all them.
Yeah.
Oh, they were all incredible people.
It was amazing because a lot of them met for the first time as well.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't just the community meeting for the first time, the leadership.
Yeah.
Because Reese has mentioned in a previous AMA, he's never met David before. He's met Dan, but he still has not met David to this day, which is wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of them still work remotely.
But him and Alex met for the first time, and same with Noah. And
that's so cool.
Everyone was so pumped. You just felt that energy. You know, like when I went up to Reese, I didn't know if Reese was going to recognize me. So I went up to him like, hey, Reese, it's Sean from Comics. He said, Sean, get over here and give me a hug. I'm like, it was so cool, man. It was so cool. You know, that energy that you feel online virtually with this community, it was tenfold in person. And I'm going to be honest, I was kind of nervous because you have certain expectations, high expectations after going through all this with the community, having this incredible experience with the community. It's been unreal. So will that translate in person? I don't know. I didn't know. I was super nervous, man. I didn't tell Oscar or Kevin about it, but like, I was really nervous, but it exceeded my expectations and I had high expectations. And that's
amazing.
Why the 1% of doubt I had about this project purely to keep my expectations in check is gone. 100% now, 100% with this company. I'm so excited about the future of VeVe.
And especially meeting all the other people who were just VeVe fans that were there.
Yeah.
Meeting them, having to sign t-shirts.
Oh yeah, that was super cool. Yeah, there was t-shirts and we were signing t-shirts and taking photos with people.
Our autograph.
It was it was funny because
people's t-shirts.
Yeah, we autographed stuff. Yeah, it was really neat.
Nice.
No one really knew our faces, right? But then we mentioned, we do a podcast called Comics and Crypto. And like this one guy and his dad, what? You do comics and crypto? And he came to us and started talking. It was super rad. And we took photos with him.
That's so cool.
Or like if I handed out a business card, they'd be like, oh shit. I listen to you guys. I follow you. And I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks, man.
It was really rad. It was so fun.
Yeah,
so fun.
I'm the guy with the cool movie voice.
Yeah.
I'm the guy with the movie voice.
Yeah. And then we met, like, again, a lot of people that are really heavily involved in the community, especially on Facebook, like Goldland. Big shout out to Goldland. Such an amazing guy.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, congratulations, Goldland. He recently sent a story out about collecting to 70 sets. He just hit 70
sets?
He just
I didn't even
hit
know that there
70
were that
sets.
many sets.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
killing it. He's killing it, and such a wonderful person. Like just a
Oh,
really
he
fun guy.
really is.
Yeah, we had such
Lovely
a good
person.
time hanging out and walking
Oh, yeah.
around and looking at the different booths.
Mhm.
And he actually owns the 1985 mint number of the DeLorean,
Wow. Oh, the
Oh,
ultra
yeah.
the ultra rare.
the ultra rare. And Kevin and I,
Nice.
you know,
We-
we're big Back to the Future fans.
Yes.
It's our favorite film of all time. At least mine. It's
Yeah.
just you.
it's my top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of our favorite. It's one of our favorite films of all time.
Yeah.
And we nerded out hardcore, and we're like, I was like, Goldland, can we please take a photo with it? And he's like, oh yeah, totally. And I was just like gonna hold it up my phone, you know, just like next to it, you know, next to my face. But then he just pulls up the AR screen and says, all right, go get in the photo. And I'm like, oh no, this is a group photo.
Yeah.
We're all getting this together. And it's such a cool photo. So we got a photo with the 1985 DeLorean, which
That's
again,
awesome.
that's hardcore museum status.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Easily. That's so cool. So congratulations to Goldland again for owning that and
Oh,
his
yeah.
entire collection and reaching 70 sets.
Oh,
So
yeah.
awesome.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
70
Yeah,
cents.
he's killing
Wow.
it. He's absolutely killing it. So proud of him.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
it was also cool too because everyone did drop circles. Everyone, so
Oh, that's right.
yeah, they did drop circles when because drops were happening nonstop, and they're
Every
announcing
hour?
they're announcing them
Yeah.
over the speakers, and then everyone was ran over to the VeVe booth and we're like doing it together, unsuccessfully.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just DesignerCon in general.
It was so rad.
It was so cool to see all
Yeah.
the toys, art, collectibles, and just how cool everyone was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
what-
it was
what
just,
were-
it was really awesome.
What were some of the coolest booths that you saw there?
Oh, they had a Toy Tokyo one, and
Oh,
they
cool.
actually had
Toy
they had a
Tokyo.
Dragon
Yeah, yeah.
Girl,
Oh,
and
yeah, they
everyone
had the
everyone was
Dragon
taking
Girl
photos with the
statue.
Dragon Girls. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so cool.
That's great.
And then they also had the actual cars from the Pizza Car,
Pizza Planet truck
Pizza Planet truck, and Ghostbusters
from 2016. The 2016.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kev.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was like
Nerd
was it the
alert.
original
Yeah.
movie prop?
That's awesome. And then the Jurassic Park truck.
Were they like the
I-
original movie props?
No,
No,
these
no,
are
no.
these were created to look like the representation of those. They aren't
Gotcha.
the original ones. I was talking to the guy.
But
who owned them.
very interesting choices, right? By
Yeah.
DesignerCon.
Yeah.
You know, VeVe was involved in that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean the Pizza.
I
Planet
mean,
truck
the Pizza
was-
Planet truck, and then
Yeah.
you have the Ghostbusters.
different
car, and then-
Ghostbusters, but
And then the Jeep truck from Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. You know that's coming.
That's interesting. Yeah,
You know
I
that's
was like,
coming. That
ooh,
was definitely an Easter egg for sure.
definitely.
Yeah, I think that was a really too big of a coincidence in my opinion.
Mhm.
But it was cool. Even Kevin was taking photos with it, the statue with
Oh,
the
yeah.
pizza truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
That's
That was
awesome.
really neat. We're
Yeah,
all
that's
just
great.
geeking out and having a great time together. And then we all went out at night.
Oh,
Oh,
my
dude,
God.
Saturday night was amazing. We all just had just the biggest ball.
Yeah.
All of us just partying down together, and
yeah.
we
At the Marriott.
we couldn't find it. We were trying to find a karaoke bar, but we couldn't find one.
Oh.
So then,
Well, we found a bar called The Cave. This small little bar that wasn't.
dude,
that
there were
far
probably
away.
like 5 people inside,
Dude,
and then we just showed up
we
with
just
like 30 or
rolled in
40
and took it
people.
over.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we flipped that place upside
Oh
down.
my God.
I could see people turning over like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this shit?
Exactly.
It was all-
Those bartenders
We're only-
looked at us and went, "Oh,
Oh,
fuck."
buckle up, bitches. So then we heard the Backstreet Boys come on. We just started singing, I want it that way.
So,
it
yeah,
was-
when we started singing that Backstreet Boys song, they were like, "Yeah, this is it."
Oh, it was so much fun. By the way, Taps, voice of an angel.
Yep.
Voice of an angel. It was so fun, guys. It was just the best. It was so much
Oh,
fun. Yeah.
No.
So I highly recommend anybody who wants to get involved like that, just come to the next con.
Yeah.
Come to their next live event.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It's super fun.
it was surreal. It was
Mhm.
surreal. I mean,
Yeah.
everything you hope for and more. And man, it just further validates this project. It's just God, I can't emphasize enough. I mean, I was talking to Wendy about how amazing of an experience that was meeting everybody, and she said the exact same thing I did. You can't put it to words.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did they talk about when the next con event is going to be?
They didn't.
they did not, but
Okay.
I anticipate them getting involved in the Comic Con coming to San Diego end of
Yeah.
November.
That'd be cool.
Whether or not it's going to be in person, they'll
Right.
definitely do a drop for it,
Gotcha.
and also for LA Comic Con coming up. I anticipate them getting involved somehow as well.
Yeah.
Now, to what level, I have no idea, but I think they'll probably get involved, even just having certain editions.
What was VeVe's official involvement with DCon?
They were an official sponsor of the event,
Yeah.
Okay.
and as well as a partner.
I mean,
at
they
the event.
they took over the front of the
Yep.
badge was DesignerCon,
Yep.
right? And then on the back was VeVe's logo.
Yep.
Gotcha. Oh, so
Literally.
they were
The
like
official
the
sponsor.
head sponsor. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, I
exactly.
thought they were just going to be a sponsor for NFTs, but apparently, I mean,
Yeah.
the way they were marketed at
Yeah.
DesignerCon, they were like the lead sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they were the head honchos. It was
Yeah,
really rad.
Yeah,
It was
they
really
did
cool.
announcements. You can hear announcements about the drops. They did a little Q&A.
Oh yeah, that was really cool too. Yeah,
So,
talking
yeah.
about the company and the
Oh, yeah.
space. A lot of people there didn't really know much about NFTs.
No,
You know,
yeah.
and it was fun to just like engage with people and get them excited about it because
Yeah.
a lot of people who were hyped on this project were there.
Mm-hmm.
People traveled from Arizona and other parts of different states, and it was surreal. It was really cool to meet everybody and people listen to the podcast, and it was just it was fun.
No,
That's
it was
awesome.
super cool, man. And yeah, and then seeing other people finally figure out what VeVe was really cool as well. So people were like, oh, whoa, I didn't realize this was a thing. I was like, yeah, man, get on it now.
Yeah, it was really cool too. There's actually a place that sold pins,
Yes.
and Kevin looks over and he said, "Oh, look at it! It's a golden Walt statue pin." I'm like, "What? Oh shit!" And I'm like walking around. I'm thinking, God, I don't know, Kev. You got to get one, dude. And I was like, no. How many though? It's not about if. It's just about how many I'm gonna get. So I bought a few.
Yeah.
And that's one of the coolest pieces. I put the pin on our lanyard, and we walked around,
and everyone
lost it. Like I showed Alex, who's, Alex, head of marketing with VeVe, and he's like, "Where did you get that?" Lost it. It was super fun.
Yeah.
It was super fun showing everybody that. Yeah, Kevin found it on.
Oh yeah, so it's a Etsy store called Nerd Pins.
Yeah,
Cool.
called Nerd
They
Pins.
were there with a booth, and I looked them up and found them. So if you ever want to get one, if you own a Walt statue, you want a little pin that represents that, go to Nerd Pins.
We'll post
on
the
Etsy.
details in the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
so if you're listening on YouTube,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's a very good quality pin, by the way.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. So if you own one, man, that could be like a walking around a flex move.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
It is literally.
Yeah.
What about the drops from Decon? Were there any of them that you were going after specifically, or any you were really excited about?
Oh, dude, I was 0 for 12.
Yeah.
I definitely sucked the entire weekend.
Yeah.
Did I get anything? Oh my God. No, wait. I did comic books. I got my first ever secret rare.
Oh, nice.
That's right. The
Yeah.
Red Wolf?
Yeah, Red Wolf. Yeah.
That's right.
I was pumped about that. Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah, in terms of which ones we were excited for, I was excited for the elephant. I thought that looked pretty cool.
Yeah. The poop elephant?
Poop elephant. I thought that was pretty funny.
I thought that was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
poop
then
looked
there was
delicious.
the ostrich or vulture.
Oh, the vulture one was awesome.
The vulture one
Yeah.
looked really
Super
cool.
cool.
Didn't get any of them, but
No.
definitely I was excited for those.
In Ink
ones.
Stories, Eve, what's really cool about, it's a beautiful piece of art, but
Mhm.
also most importantly, that they advertise how it's going to be on Amiibo X.
Yeah.
And they're also offering a physical counterpart, which is the first time they've ever done that on VeVe, which is
That's
really,
awesome.
really special. Yeah. Super cool. And then also the golden skateboard, which blew my mind. There's only 250 of them. That's now a floor price of like over 10 grand.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The floor prices
Oh,
are
yeah.
really
Whoa.
high on those.
I think it's like
Really?
15 now.
Mhm.
It's at least 10. for
Is that
sure.
a big brand?
I don't
I don't think so. I think it's
I
just
don't really
based
know
on the
much about the
scarcity
skateboards.
alone. Yeah.
Really? Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, right? I mean, I don't know much about the brand,
Yeah.
but it's amazing how much people are buying into scarcity, right?
Yeah.
Because it's at the end of the day, when thousands of NFTs are going to be dropped on VeVe, it's about the big brands. It's not about
Mhm.
the scarcity. We saw that with the Lavicorns.
Yeah.
You know, twice the amount of editions than the rares, yet it's worth almost twice as much.
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
supply and demand. So guys, just be very careful when you buy into scarcity. If you're buying only into scarcity, it's probably a bad move. You know,
Yeah. Look at
just
the brands.
yeah. So you don't want to buy high. You always want to buy low, right? So it's very important
Mm-hmm.
to think about that moving forward. Just looking out for you. Yeah, I remember somebody arguing about the Walt, but there's 4,303 Walt statues. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's also probably an only appearance of Walt Disney in NFT format,
exactly.
and first appearance of Mickey Mouse all in one, and it celebrates.
And
an
do you know
entire
how many
brand.
Disney fans there are? Like
A lot.
At least more than 4,000, right?
maybe like
I
one
mean-
or two more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
To put it in perspective, people were selling things off to get ready for the Mickey statue.
I don't know
drop
if we'll
left
ever
and right.
see the entire VeVe app tank, like all the NFTs tank,
Mhm.
and go dip like 30 or 40% ever again.
Yeah.
There
It
might
was
be
because
there
of
might be
that
one or
stuff.
two circumstances, but like the entire
Yeah.
platform just had a
Everybody was
massive
prepping
dip.
for that drop.
Yep.
And what
exactly.
happened right after the statue's released
Yep.
and after the dust settled, everything shot back up
Ripped.
30 to 40%,
Yep.
if not increased a little bit more than it was before.
Mhm.
More than it was before. 100%.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a coincidence, guys. That
No.
proves how valuable this statue is going to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't get any of the drops from Decon. I tried a few of them, but I was on the beach, so I didn't go for a whole lot of them. The one that I'm really excited about, and I got to give Nate a shout out for this. It's the Mr. Cartoon That Cat Bronson. He basically introduced this to us, and I didn't really know much about Mr. Cartoon. before he told me about it, and I highly recommend checking out the documentary. I watched it last night on the plane. It's called LA Originals. It's on Netflix. It's about an hour and a half long, and it's all about Mr. Cartoon. So Mr. Cartoon is probably the most famous tattoo artist in the world. So he's really well known for tattooing like the biggest celebrities and athletes out there. So he's tattooed the likes of Eminem, Kobe Bryant, Dr. Dre. He's on like 50 Cent, Beyonce, Justin Timberlake, Danny Trejo, Snoop Dogg, Lewis Hamilton, like every celebrity that you can think of, he's tattooed. Yeah. Supposedly he charges around $50,000 minimum for his tattoos. So this guy is a big deal. His art has been featured on Nike sneakers. Like he's had his own exclusive Nike sneakers. He's worked with big brands like Toyota, T-Mobile. He's designed stuff for Grand Theft Auto. Like he's designed like actual like environments for Grand Theft Auto.
What?
Yeah, this guy is an incredible figure within, especially like the hip hop space. You know, he's considered like an OG, and any celebrity knows who he is. He's not as much of a big household name unless you're into tattoos or kind of into that whole scene. But you know, I think that once people kind of get turned on to this, you know, I think a lot of celebrities are going to be the ones that go for these NFTs. There's only 888 of them. So, you know.
Would you say, Spencer, this is one of the most undervalued NFTs of the weekend?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sounds
probably the
Wow.
most undervalued of the weekend. You know, I think they're currently
Holy
trading
crap.
for like $700-800 in the market.
You look at even, it's like double. It's like around 1,500.
Yeah.
So
And I think people just don't really realize. So
I had no idea.
This is something, and if you want to learn more and you know really understand the significance of who Mr. Cartoon is, highly recommend watching the documentary LA Originals on Netflix. It's an awesome documentary.
That's awesome. Wow.
Dude.
Yeah, actually, Kallee. So Kallee and Nate and Will, they all got one. So that's good friends of the podcast. Big shout out to Kallee, Nate. You heard the story about them earlier, and then also Will, great guy. And Kallee, she actually posted on her story and tagged Mr. Cartoon in it, and then actually he reposted her story. Yeah, reposted her story. Super cool.
Yeah, she picked up mint number 51.
Yeah, super low mint number. And Will, it's crazy. They all got sub 100s because they knew that they saw the value of this NFT.
Wow, they knew.
What's really cool is that Will got a number 59. A number 59 is the same number on his jacket.
Oh, no way.
Number 59.
Oh,
and
that's
that
awesome.
could be insanely valuable.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
cool, man. So
wow.
cool. So well done, guys. That you guys killed it. You absolutely killed it. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. That's awesome. I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I definitely slept on that one.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I attempted and failed.
Yep,
but
yeah,
now,
exactly.
but after hearing all about this, I'm definitely going to dive in.
It's definitely worth picking one up on the secondary market before they shoot up.
So cool.
This was honestly an awesome weekend, man. Like Decon, everything, the Disney drops. After everything that happened this weekend and the things that I heard and the talk to, I definitely came back and was like, I'm buying more Omi.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And everything that's happening right now, guys, get ready for the transitions to happen quick. The migration is in full steam. I know that Disney just happened and DesignerCon, and they were, they're working on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But now
they already did an app update literally just yesterday.
Well, there you go. They
Yeah,
actually talked about that. They said that right after this DesignerCon, they're going to do a massive update on the app.
Yep.
They're going to do focus on the migration. And sure enough, come Monday, the day after DesignerCon, the app had a nice update, which is really nice.
Update.
Yeah.
Really nice
like
update.
the way they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way they reorganized it, the way it looks more like an order book. It's I like that they got rid of the thumbnails. It's awesome.
And it's only going to get better from here.
Exactly.
Super exciting. Super exciting.
Thank you all for listening in and supporting the channel. We would not be where we are today without your help. Next week, we will be talking about comics and, dare I say, crypto. So be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can be updated on our content every week. Stay awesome, and remember, fuck the moon, let's go to Mars. Music is by Ninefinger. Make sure to check out their music at ninefinger.com. And you can follow them on Instagram at ninefinger999. Be sure to check them out and send them some love.
Comics and crypto and comics, collect.